With all the hoopla from those inside the convention, it's easy to miss the people left outside of the arena and the party.
What do you think would happen if you walked onto the convention floor?
Ben, I would get booed. I would get booed out of the place.
Adam Kinzinger was once viewed as the future of the GOP, a fresh-faced military vet who voted with Trump more than 90% of the time. But he committed the cardinal sin of today's Republican Party.
This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Kinzinger not only spoke out against Trump's election lies, he served on the January 6th committee. Today, he's a former congressman.
Any regrets?
No, not at all. I mean, look, there are certainly days where I kind of wish I wasn't in the middle of this, and not like I wish I belonged to the GOP. There's no like sense of loss there. But, you know, obviously we're a year and a half of me being out of politics, and I'm still a controversial figure.
He's not alone.
This party left me.
Former Illinois House Minority Leader Jim Durkin, a convention fixture for years who delivered delegates for John McCain in 2008, also stayed home.
It's unbelievable that we're left with a pathological liar, a narcissist, and a bully running against a person who no longer has the ability to serve mentally or physically. So we're left with no options.
Then there's Illinois' two-term Republican governor, Jim Edgar, who points out state Republicans are losing elections and influence as the party follows Trump to the right.
In Illinois, it hurts us to have a party that really is pretty much controlled by a faction that doesn't appeal to the majority in the state.
Can you be a Republican without loving Trump, I guess is my point.
There's a lot of Republicans that are here in the United States, and especially in Illinois, that are maybe not the biggest Trump fans, but want to make sure that America is a safe place.
The MAGA makeover has drowned out or forced out many of Illinois' most moderate Republicans.
Those were the people who were in charge. Their centrist mentality developed, it created an attitude to where you can't tell a difference. You couldn't tell a difference between a Republican and a Democrat. And I wholeheartedly believe that that's what has brought about many of our problems.
What's good for the National Party isn't always good for Illinois Republicans. Trump lost our state by 17 points 4 years ago, and with the suburbs going increasingly blue, it's unclear how a farther shift to the right for Republicans will enable them to challenge Chicago and Illinois Democrats in a more meaningful way. Covering the convention in Milwaukee, Ben Bradley, WGN News.